Google has seen a big success with the launch of the Pixel 7 Pro and the Pixel 7. And with the upcoming launch of the Pixel 8 Pro and 8, Google will do a lot of changes that other companies are not doing. Now, we have already reported that there are going to be some massive display upgrades as well as massive camera sensor changes. You can check out those individual videos if you want. But recently, a leaker actually revealed all the specs of the 8 Pro. Now, if you're thinking we already know about the 8 as well, the upcoming 8 Pro will actually feature the 6.7-inch QHD Plus LTPO OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate. Now, you're probably thinking that's the same kind of thing we already have on the Pixel 7 Pro. No, that lacks the LTPO technology. Now, depending on the content of the display, this technology enables the display to switch its refresh rate between 1 to 120Hz if it uses the LTPO 2.0 technology. And the lowest refresh rate possible with the LTPO 1.0 technology is actually 10 Hz. So what's exactly the benefit out of it? Well, LTPO display will actually maintain the refresh rate at its lowest when viewing a static image, or let's say always on display or something like that. That doesn't have to refresh 120 frames every single second. And it will also transition to maximum of 120 Hz when scrolling or supported games. That's how it saves the battery. Now, apart from that, Yogesh Brar also claims that the Pixel 8 Pro will include 12GB of RAM, 128 and 256GB of storage options, which is the same as the top model of last year's, like the Pixel 7 Pro. However, we've also seen a live image of the Pixel 8 Pro that reveals a UFS 3.1 128GB variant, while the 256GB model might come with the UFS 4.0 technology because Samsung doesn't make a UFS 4.0 128GB model. Now, that's not only it. The upcoming Google Pixel 8 Pro is also gonna have the Google's Tensor G3 chip plus Titan processor. Now, the CPU, GPU and NPU section of this chip will actually experience some significant upgrades. This SoC will actually have a different configuration. It also is codenamed Zuma, we have also seen on the prototype. Now, it will have CPU configuration like 1+4+4. And this consists of one Cortex-X3 Prime core running at 3 GHz, 4 Cortex-A715 performance cores running at 2.45 GHz, and 4 Cortex-A510 cores, the efficiency cores running at 2.15 GHz. The Mali G715 GPU from ARM, which will also be featured inside the Tensor G3 chip, will have 10 compute units instead of 7 of the Tensor G2's Mali G710 GPU. As a result, you might also see the ray tracing feature coming to the Google Pixel phone for certain games. Now, with the help of this configuration, the Tensor G3 would also be able to match the performance of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 because of the same CPU cores. Although it won't be as powerful as the upcoming Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which will debut in the Q4 of this year. And talking about the Tensor chip, there is one interesting thing you need to know, but keep it as like a speculation at this point. Google has done a lot of things to the Pixel Tensor chip, and that's good, but it is still basically at its core is an Exynos chip and made by Samsung Foundry, and that's one of the reasons why these chips are not crazy efficient. And according to insiders in the industry, Google is actually attempting to change this system so that it has more influence over the design of its future Tensor chips. In 2025, with the launch of the Tensor G5 chipset to be a fully internal Google product, and it will not have any influence from Samsung or Exynos for that matter. The upcoming Google Pixel phone will undoubtedly have best camera setup. The Samsung's ISOCELL GN2 50MP camera will actually be the main camera instead of the ISOCELL GN1 featured inside the past Pixel Pro models. And this is a significant sensor improvement in the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, this will actually allow about 35% more light into the sensor, so that makes it better in low light scenarios. Plus, this is one of the biggest camera sensors in the market, and it is the biggest one in the Samsung's whole ISOCELL lineup. So keep that in mind, it's very close to 1-inch sensor. Now, the Pixel 8 Pro is also expected to use the same 64MP Sony IMX787 sensor for its ultra-wide-angle camera that it is using inside the Pixel 7a as the main camera. Now, the teleporter camera isn't changing at all. It will still have the same capability as the Pixel 7 Pro's one. No difference, not even the sensor difference is there. Now, it will also come with some exclusive feature set, but we will slowly get to know more about them in the future. You can subscribe to this channel for that. Now, the Pixel 8 Pro will actually have the 4950 mAh battery, rated battery capacity, so the typical one would still be 5000 mAh, and it will come with 15W wireless charging and quicker 27W fast charging compared to Pixel 7 Pro's 23W or so. The one fascinating sensor coming to the Pixel 8 Pro, a body temperature sensor. Now, this is something we have already seen in the leaked marketing video of it, which shows how it works, but I don't know how useful it's gonna be in day-to-day life, but surely it's a unique feature of its own. This time, finally, we're gonna see an ultrasonic fingerprint reader for the biometric verification inside the Pixel 8 Pro. So it's a similar technology that Samsung is using inside their Galaxy S23 Ultra. Even if the price of the Pixel 8 will increase by about $50 or so, we are unsure about the cost of the Pixel 8 Pro. We still don't know whether it will be increasing a little bit or it will stay just the same. So yeah, that's probably it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you waiting for the Pixel 8 Pro? And from which phone you are upgrading to it? And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website. A link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.